How you guys doing? Can we talk to anybody here?
Yo, what's up, dog?
How you doing?
Tarantino or what,
Whoa,
dog?
whoa,
Huh?
whoa. Hey, he's got a stick. He's got a stick. He's got a stick?
Okay, seriously.
So let's unpack exactly what went down, how one attack immediately led into a second separate attack, and how the Seattle coppers responded, but not how you think they would. Two of my favorite journalists, Jonathan Choe and Shirley, got together in Seattle, interviewing locals to see why Seattle has declined, who had a lot of valuable insights as to what's ailing the city, which most people had no problem having conversations with him. But like clockwork, whenever we cover Choe's show, he always eventually runs into at least one random angry transient. And the scary part about it is it's never over anything in particular. They're just irrational, impulsive people that suddenly see a well-off outsider like Choe and perceive him as a softer target than the other unpredictable transients in the area, as these street journalists always need to be listening to everything going on around them. That's why it's great we have the sponsor for today's video, Raycon. With the holidays coming up, some people are impossible to shop for, but there is something everybody could use every single day, like Raycon's everyday earbuds. As many people already with Raycons will get a second pair to leave at the office in their gym bag or school bag, as their active noise cancellation mode makes them perfect, as sometimes I really want to block out the rest of the world to focus on whatever task/workout I'm into. Then I can easily switch them into awareness mode when I'm out in public so I can still hear what's going on around me while listening to my music or podcasts. So if you're even considering gifting Raycons, be sure to order them now, as the cutoff date to make Christmas is December 15th. And don't forget to include the protective case, as I really love my yellow sunset case, as I throw everything inside my gym bag, which makes these really easy to find inside. So support the channel and go to buyraycon.com/decoyvoice to save big this holiday and get up to 25% off site-wide. That's up to 25% off everything on Raycon's website when you go to buyraycon.com/decoyvoice. So Shirley met up with Jonathan Choe to simply interview random residents on the streets for a live stream just over a week ago, as Choe showed Shirley what's really happening in Seattle.
This McDonald's, there have been so many, violent incidents and crimes. The nickname is McStabbies.
We're at McStabbies right now.
But then they were randomly attacked.
Let's
Let's say what's up to some people.
yeah. How you guys doing? Can we talk to anybody here? Nope, they said don't record them. Here, just keep it on me right now so people don't get upset.
Yo, what's up, dog?
How you doing?
Tarantino or what,
Whoa,
dog?
whoa,
Huh?
whoa.
Hey, get the f off the block, mother.
I'm getting out. Holy frick. Wow. All right, well. Wow, that, film me. Hey, he's got a stick. He's got a stick. Holy cow, we about just got attacked.
Bro, this is crazy, man. How do you run a business? That's why a coalition of business owners, mom and pop business owners, are in the process of class action litigation against the city of Seattle. They're trying to run a business, and then you have this madness.
How are you doing, sir? Look, we got a...
Out of all the things that have happened in Seattle, this is the most Seattle thing to ever happen. You randomly getting attacked on the street, but just on the other side, some cyborg on a $1,000 unicycle shows up. As Seattle is like living a scene out of Elysium, where one side lives in abject poverty, while the other side George Jetsons right past the danger. As sadly, that wasn't the only attack of the evening, when they saw this small fire across the street.
By the way, let me tell you what's going on. This open lot, there used to be a Vietnamese grocery store here called Viet Hoa. It burned down earlier this year because a bunch of tweakers went in there, who knows what they were doing, and it all starts just like this. A tiny fire like that, unattended, somebody passes out, and boom, it goes up in flames.
Is this normal night here in Seattle? Fire on the side of the building?
Sure is. Hey,
sure.
turn it off.
Stay safe here. Police officer going through right now. He's just around trying to do what he can do. Yeah, we got the police with us now. Frick, I don't want to get attacked again.
Okay.
There we go.
You.
Did you see that assault, Nick?
I did.
That was so not assault.
That lady assaulted me. She's knocked down my camera, but she's running. I don't even think it's worth it.
It's an expensive phone she just cracked. Oh, here we go.
Guys, give me some room.
Okay.
All right, we'll give you some room.
Now, the Seattle copper ended up catching up to the lady as she did crack the glass on Joe's phone, but it appears all he was doing was citing her, likely sending her right back out on the street. Now, was this the worst case of assault? No, but it just shows you the sad level of lawlessness that exists in Seattle. As everybody knows she doesn't have the money to repair Choe's phone, the city will only fund a single copper to work that beat, and he isn't trying to come off the street for several hours just to process some crazy lady that the DA will doubtfully charge anyways. So now you have embedded in society that a transient can straight smash your phone with little to zero consequences. And when regular people refuse to live in that state of lawlessness, you turn a once thriving city into the slums, as Seattle has become third world living at first world prices. Just look at that exact street corner they were attacked on in 2019, where 2 years later the stores started to shut down, and 2 years after that they threw up fences with barbed wire, as that street corner doesn't even look like America anymore. And even when Choe and Shirley show us the other deserted parts of the city, they don't appear to have the same criminality in the area. But that's not because Seattle solved anything, they simply pushed it to other parts of the city. The Democrats have had plenty of time to implement their approach of decriminalization of homelessness and drug use. And judging by Seattle, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and even across the country in New York City, it has been nothing short of a complete failure. But the insane part is, they would rather continue the suffering than admit their position is objectively failing. As we just covered the Daniel Penny case, where a transient was attacking the citizens in a subway. There's plenty of footage and criminal records of Jordan Neely being violent towards strangers, but when the New York Times originally wrote about the story, local Democrat Congresswoman AOC stated he was just houseless and crying for food. Then she called Penny a murderer, getting protected by the media. So after the case concluded with Penny being found not guilty, BLM marched in the streets yet again. So when a transient with a violent past doing something violent loses their life, New York citizens and politicians still cry out in his defense. It's no wonder how just 8 months ago the TikTok algorithm connected a huge group of random women in NYC that all shared stories about getting attacked by random transients in the street, only to later find out that not only was NYPD not arresting or charging them, but there were multiple attackers doing this, showing that New York didn't have some guy committing crimes, they have a criminal culture. That's why it's important that Shirley even interviews random citizens.
With all these illegal immigrants that have came to the country, what should happen to them if they did cross over the border illegally?
Nothing. I mean, Slay, Anna Delvey did it. Like, you know, let's have people come in. The more the merrier. I mean, it does not say RSVP on a Statue of Liberty.
Then also interviews the consequences of her ideology.
So is it true that gangs are inside of the Roosevelt Hotel? ¿Es la verdad que bandilleros están adentro?
I speak in English, bro.
Oh, ¿es la verdad que bandilleros viven adentro de Roosevelt? Or no? Ah, okay.
As listening to CNN and AOC likely create that naive pink princess mentality, but unless she gets first-hand experience with victimhood, the only way that she can discover that real life isn't a Disney movie is through journalists like Nick Shirley and Jonathan Choe, so check them out if you haven't already. And if you appreciate my concise, lighthearted commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality, hopefully I've earned your subscription, then go check out the video on how Japan is finally stopping the tourists from treating them like a theme park.